In Hollywood, a girl's virtue is much less important than her hairdo. You're judged by how you look, not by what you are. Hollywood's a place where they'll pay you $1,000 for a kiss, and 50 cents for your soul. I know, because I turned D. Everybody is always tugging at you. They'd all like a sort of chunk out of you. I don't think they realize it, but it's like GRRR do this, GRR do that. But you do want to stay intact and on 2 feet. A woman can't be alone. She needs a man. A man and a woman support and strengthen each other. She just can't do it by herself. Success makes so many people hate you. I wish it wasn't that way. It would be wonderful to enjoy success without seeing envy in the eyes of those around you. The most unsatisfactory men are those who pride themselves on their virility and regard sex as if it were some form of athletics at which you can win cups. It is a woman's spirit and mood a man has to stimulate in order to make sex interesting. This life is what you make it. No matter what, you're going to mess up sometimes, it's a universal truth. But the good part is you get to decide how you're going to mess it up. With fame, you can read about yourself, somebody else's ideas about you, but what's important is how you feel about yourself, for survival and living day to day with what comes up. With fame, you can read about yourself, somebody else's ideas about you, but what's important is how you feel about yourself, for survival and living day to day with what comes up. Respect is one of life's greatest treasures. I mean, what does it all add up to if you don't have that? I won't be satisfied until people want to hear me sing without looking at me. Of course, that doesn't mean I want them to stop looking. A man is more frank and sincere with his emotions than a woman. We girls, I'm afraid, have a tendency to hide our feelings. My work is the only ground I've ever had to stand on. I seem to have a whole superstructure with no foundation, but I'm working on the foundation. I'm a failure as a woman. My men expect so much of me, because of the image they've made of me and that I've made of myself as a sex symbol. They expect bells to ring and whistles to whistle, but my anatomy is the same as any other woman's, and I see. I've never fooled anyone. I've let people fool themselves. They didn't bother to find out who and what I was. Instead, they would invent a character for me. I wouldn't argue with them. They were obviously loving somebody I wasn't. When it comes down to it, I let them think what they want. If they care enough to bother with what I do, then I'm already better than them. I don't mind being burdened with being glamorous and sexual. Beauty and femininity are ageless and can't be contrived, and glamour, although the manufacturers won't like this, cannot be manufactured. Not real glamour, it's based on femininity. People had a habit of looking at me as if I were some kind of mirror instead of a person. They didn't see me, they saw their own lewd thoughts, then they white-masked themselves by calling me the lewd one. This is supposed to be an art form, not just a manufacturing establishment. The sensitivity that helps me to act, you see, also makes me react. An actor is supposed to be a sensitive instrument. I never wanted to be Marilyn, it just happened. Marilyn's like a veil I wear over Norman. I don't mind being burdened with being glamorous and sexual. Beauty and femininity are ageless and can't be contrived, and glamour, although the manufacturers won't like this, cannot